have vision, you need to give yourself space and time to dream with God, because we can only go so far on our own. But when we lean into the Lord and his vision and his purposes for us, it is a game changer, right? And so taking that time to write down the dreams, write down the vision of like, God, what's in your heart for my life? What is your dream? And praying for faith to be activated towards those things, right? And so, God has a lot of dreams for our lives, but there's a lot of times we don't take time to listen and to lean in and to hear, like, because you may think you're starting a business for you, but really you're starting a business for your future children.
That's
right?
good.
You need to hear what God's big picture is for your life, not just the small picture.
So good.
Yeah.
We also have kind of been hitting on this like personally a lot, but there's something about taking that vision and then taking it into like, what do I need to do every day to become the person that I'm called to be, that God dream, that I'm called to be. So if it's an entrepreneur, that you're doing something every single day to become who you're called to be. Or if you're a writer, you're writing every single day, even if it's 20 minutes a day, to become who you're called to be.
Yeah.
And so that's something that we've really learned throughout the years.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, even in the beginning with my hand lettering, I was hand lettering every single day. I was practicing, and looking back, that was stewardship. God wants to partner with us, but we can't be sitting on the couch waiting for him to do all the work, right? He needs partnership. And so stewardship is a big part of that. When we do something little every single day that prepares us who we're going to become tomorrow. And that's so vital. I mean, I even think of David when he got anointed king. It was almost like this promise was given to him, right? When Samuel anointed him, he didn't go straight to the palace. He didn't go straight into becoming a king. He went right back into the field as a shepherd, taking care of the sheep, doing the thing that felt so unimportant and mundane and maybe even boring, but it was preparing him for where God was taking him. And that's the same with our gifts and with where God's placed us. If we can steward and every single day and give our best, because it's worship to him, he is going to take us where we need to go.
So good.
And a lot of times, I mean, I've seen it happen a lot where people are frustrated because they're not, moving forward. But I'm like, well, what are you doing today? What is the 5, 10 minute, 30 minute, whatever you can give today to God and stewarding your gift, because he'll work with that.
Yeah.
He will work with it.
It's the loaves and the fish, right? Like give what you have to Jesus and then he will multiply and bless it.
Yeah.
And that's something you do really well, really, really well. The last key we just want to hit on is you got to kick fear in the face.
Yeah, you do.
This is huge. And when we're coaching people in business, this is probably the biggest thing. Why aren't you doing daily what it takes to get to like become who you're called to be? It's usually because of fear.
Yeah, fear. And God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind.
Yep.
And so fear does not have to be your master. You don't have to be led by fear. And I mean, we all have heard this quote, but courageous people, it's not that they don't feel fear. They just do the thing that scares them despite feeling the fear.
Yeah.
They do it no matter what.
They don't bow to it.
They don't bow to fear. And to be honest, even as someone who's still running a business, 7-figure business, I still feel fear. I still feel fear in areas because I still don't really know what I'm doing at times, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between someone who's an entrepreneur and someone who's not. Entrepreneurs are like, I'm going to do it scared.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the risk. And sometimes, I would say almost always, the risk pays off, because you can it either works or you learn from your failure and you pivot and then it works.
You're at least moving.
You're moving forward and God can work with that.
Yep. That's what keeps people.
Yes.
Like you got to keep moving forward every day. Kick fear in the face. You can't be afraid to fail. That's like the big thing.
You cannot be afraid to fail. And I love what you said, that fear is a great tutor.
Yeah.
Fear is a great tutor. If it feels scary to you, like, okay, then do that thing. Like it actually points you in the right direction.
It's almost giving you the key of where you should go, because your destiny is always on the other side of fear.
Yeah. And you can't go around it. You have to go through it.